These are the best pro level boosts on every CS2 map and most players have no idea they exist. I watched hours of pro demos and found the nastiest, most round changing boosts the top teams are using right now. If you want free kills, surprise off angles, and boosts you can actually use in your own ranked games, these are the ones the pros are using that you're not. Let's get into it. Let's start with Mirage. First off, the triple boost. So this boost is really effective if you have a safe rifle and you're put in a good position because you could help out towards mid, you can watch ramp and palace. Unfortunately for ZywOo, his position is given up because his teammate smokes out the Molotov. CT boost, where you boost on top of the trash can here. Now you can see over the missiles. It's a really good boost, especially if CT is smoked off. Another boost you could do if you have a safe rifle is boosting behind ticket. You could spot towards Tetris and balcony. Vitality uses a run boost coming out of T spawn in order to set up Mezzy to get up to ramp very fast so he can go for the opening peek. The ramp Molotov gets misthrown so he can easily jump on top of the ledge to peek behind it. Mirage ramp boost, where the bottom player is going to crouch on the shadow. The top player Opera can get a clean view from anyone crossing from A to connector. Mirage ramp boost, in order to have your Opera have an off angle top peek for ticket, the CT Opera is going to be holding head level. One of the most used boosts in the pro scene on Mirage T side is throwing the top mid smoke, then going to top mid and boosting your Opera to see the smoke so they can see towards connector and window. Rebels at the start of round is going to have two players here over in second Delpan where they boost over the wall here, which catches the short player. Mirage window boost is the most common boost on the T side, and the reason why teams do this or players do this is because you silently do so. Now if you do it by yourself, you're going to be heard. You can also get boosted on this ledge where you can hold for the push and then lurk in afterwards. G2 show a pro boost under window where Nico gets boosted by Hunter so he can peek deep into window and jungle once the window smoke fades. This boost works because it is an angle that's hardly used, so CTs are not checking here when they come into window. Nico picks off Wonderful and then he can instantly jump into window off Hunter's head and retrieve the op. From Wonderful's POV, he went to clear another angle which led to his death. You gotta learn how to self-boost yourself into ladder room as we see ZywOo do here. So this boost is super effective as you're able to avoid the window smoke so you can get an early pick into mid. Every pro opera knows how to do this self-boost, so make sure you learn it. It's super helpful. Now if you can't do the self-boost, you can have a teammate boost you, and it's going to be safe to do so when window is smoked off. The most other important movement on Mirage is the window to cat jump. Helps you in numbers of ways. If you have an op, you can get to short fast to avoid the window smoke. If you are retaking B and want to get to cat faster from window, you can go ahead and make that jump. This is a very strong boost for CT side on mid where your teammate is going to smoke underpass and then you're going to get boosted on the ledge here to see over this wall. Team Rebels with a gimmicky play towards mid where they have two players rush out and they smoke at mid ramp, which gives cover to allow for the boost towards chair, and the chair player here has a one way to hold top mid, but we see that the smoke got broke. However, if the smoke didn't get break, you can see the one way there. If the CT smoke off bottom connector, and depending on how it lands, you could actually boost inside or behind the smoke to see over it towards connector and top connector. There's angles on short that's very hard to clear, so you could use this boost to see if any CTs are playing the off angle. Nico follows up with a Molotov to flush out the CTs to the right. If the T's throw A smokes and you have a teammate near jungle, go ahead and boost behind this wall. Now you can see over the jungle smoke. If the T's throw a top connector smoke and you have a teammate nearby, you can go ahead and assemble the boost inside the smoke. Now you can see towards mid and connector. Fast apps boost. This is going to either set up for a rifle push or an op peek. So you want to practice this boost because it's often missed by the pros. So you look down at that part of the shadow, then the top player is going to jump off your head onto the balcony. If you need a strong BCT setup, use the boost inside of sight. So your anchor player is going to take all the attention away from the boosted player. They're going to get next, and then afterwards you can go ahead and pop up after. There's a CSGO boost that's hardly ever used in CS2, so you can actually boost on top of the B bench to have a deeper view into apartments. Short boost can be done in two ways. First, you could boost like this to only peek chair and hold this angle. Otherwise, most commonly, you'll see that the CTs are on top of the bricks and T's coming around this corner are not going to be checking up. This was Alexabee's favorite boost on Mirage on the CT side that used this smoke here. So him and his teammates are going to boost on top of the ledge. Now he could see over the smoke, which the T's might not expect. You could do the same boost in CS2, but the smoke lineup has to be a different lineup because of the volumetric smoke. CT mid boost, where you smoke off the box, and then behind the cover of the smoke, the bottom player is going to crouch here on this back wall towards the truck. Top player can see over the smoke towards mid. T-side operators think it's the smoke being used to cross safely, but they won't expect this boost. Another op CT mid boost is to throw a mid smoke that allows you to safely go ahead and rush up behind Xbox, jump on your teammate's head, and now you can see towards Sui. The most important T-side boost on Dust 2 is the boost inside Sui to spot mid door. This should be coordinated between the booster and the opera on which side the boost should happen. This boost is very important because you'll be able to spot if the CTs push through the door, and then if they don't, you could use the boost behind the box to spot the short push. Another CT mid door smoke play you can make is smoking off the door, then boosting behind the smoke to see towards Catwalk and Xbox. Top mid boost, you can peek door with or without the door smoke being up. If there is a smoke up, you just wait for the CTs to try to break it, and then they're going to not expect you to be up that high. Early opening peek for CT side operators, get boosted short behind this wall so you can spot towards lower tunnels. Bottom stairs boost in lower dark so you can see if the CTs are boosting short. If you take B site early on, you could do the window boost so you could actually see over that B wall towards CT spawn and CT mid. Team Spirit boost on top of this box here in order for Shiro to see deeper into ramp. You could pair the bricks boost with this smoke, the setup smoke. The opponents will think that you're swinging out to the smoke and won't be looking up here. Short boost on the CT side, where first you throw a smoke and then have a teammate boost and crouch behind this wall, stand up, and now you can see over the smoke for Xbox. Boom Mitch gets boosted on top of blue, where he's going to position himself to the right of the blue here to where it looks like he's actually on top of nothing. So he holds an off angle for long 8 doors. Yuri does not expect anybody to be up here, gets tagged up. If you're retaking B and the T smoke out the door, you can jump on top of the box and use this boost to spot towards the platform and anyone playing big box. When you throw the A cross smoke, you can actually boost behind this wall to look over the smoke and you can catch the CTs off guard. CT spawn boost, where you get boosted on this box towards the left in spawn, and now you can see over the mid to B smoke. Counter to the A cross smoke is boosting yourself onto CT mid ramp. You can see over smoke as well as see when the T's cross into A site. This boost is super effective in clearing A site when the T's cross into site because the self boost takes the attention away from this boost. You can clear car with this boost towards long A. Once you're on top, jump and you can see if any CTs are playing behind it. If you take long A control and the CTs throw this defensive smoke, you could actually boost at the long A corner. Now you can see over the smoke to see if CTs try to cross towards car. The long A boost on the boxes is a strong boost for T side lurkers because CTs pushing won't expect you to be there, and then also you can see over the smoke depending on how the smoke lands. Pro trick boost, where you smoke long A doors and then you're going to boost inside the smoke, so when the smoke fades, the T will not expect you to be up on the boost. This involves the standard long A door smoke that lands on top of the boost, then you and your team are going to boost inside the smoke where the top player is now on top of the boost and fade out the smoke. Depending on the way that the T's throw the Inferno top mid bracket smoke and how it lands, you can actually boost inside the smoke if you have a teammate near long, and now you can see over the smoke. Inferno mid smoke boost on the CT side that uses this mid smoke that T's might think it's a defensive delayed smoke. However, little do they know you could boost over the smoke to see towards mid. This boost was super meta towards the end of CSGO. CT mid boost from outside boiler. First off, you could see deep into bottom ramp, and then secondly, you could have an off angle peek. Bottom player just remains crouched while your operator is going to go for that free opener. If you take mid control on T side and you want to hold it for aggression, go ahead and boost inside this cubby. However, NQZ is a freak of nature and he checks it. 3D Max have this insane play where they boost behind their mid smoke to catch out the long player by surprise. To throw the smoke, stand behind the wall, put your crosshair as shown, then afterwards left click throw. Afterwards, we see two 3D Max players push inside this cubby where they're going to boost behind the cover of the smoke, catching out Icy, who was not expecting this type of play at all. A really good boost to contest top mid control from the T's is getting boosted top porch. Playing on top porch allows you to avoid the Molotov that's commonly thrown when the T's default to take mid control. Make sure you have a teammate watching your apps. Fury have been spamming this boost inside apartments where one player is crouched in the corner, the other player is on top in the middle of their head, and it's going to give them an insane off angle which works out to perfection here. This boost really throws off your crosshair placement. Boiler boost can be super strong on the CT side, however it does not work out for FlyQuest because they get jiggle peeked here. T's won't be expecting this angle. Silent boost into apartments using this boost here. So the bottom player that's boosting, all you have to do is stand in position as shown, and then your teammates can go ahead and jump off your head and silently get up into apps. There's a new meta window boost that allows you to silently boost into window towards that right side without being able to be spotted from the CT's inside window. So the bottom player is going to crouch right here, top player is going to jump on top of that small window, then makes their way into the right window. Boost towards the end of halls so you can see if any CT's are playing towards that back wall of pit. B-site off angle boost for the CT side. To the left of oranges, the bottom player is going to have a smoke out, top player is going to have this insane peek. Once contact is made, the smoke is thrown. This boost is used when you have a save rifle from the previous round. Insane off angle CT boost, so your teammate will boost you from behind this wall. T's coming around this corner are going to be looking at head level and they're not going to be pre-clearing up top. Here is Team Aurora using the same boost, setting up Centaurus. T-side often throw the CT boost smoke, and one way to counter it is by boosting two CTs on top of each other on boost, and now you can see over the boost smoke. Very overpowered boost on B-site for the CTs is boosting behind triple/new box, and you only show your head. It's an angle that the T's often are not clearing. Just make sure your teammate under you has a smoke in case the T's Molotov you out. There's an insane triple boost you could do top ramp where the bottom player is going to position crouch as shown. The other two players are going to jump on his head, then they both jump to allow him to stand up. And then the top player jumps and gets boosted on the second player's head. Now you can see over the wall towards banana. T and CT side are often throwing the mid banana smoke, so it doesn't really matter on who throws smoke. You could go towards logs and boost on logs to see over the smoke. Here's a round where the CTs are smoking off banana and the log boost comes into play. In the pro scene, this log boost on the T side is commonly used by oppers. Half wall boost is super strong because you could peek with an off angle to clear top banana, you won't get blind, and then you can have an off angle to peek sandbags. It's a super strong boost, especially because the opper is usually peeking to the right of half wall and not holding the boost. If the CT smoke off banana, you can get close to the smoke behind this right wall and cubby and boost to C towards coffin. Another way to counter this CT defensive banana smoke is getting boosted on top of the sandbags, and now you can see over the smoke. If you know the T's like to throw the mid banana smoke, use this half wall boost from G2. They throw the early smoke to put out the car Molotov. Nico gets boosted on top of half wall, and now he can see over the smoke. If the T smoke off Moto, you can go ahead and boost inside this left cubby to see over the smoke towards A site. You can triple boost on top of the railing on T roof and your opera can see towards heaven. Even though these clips are from CSGO, you can still use the boost in CS2, which I have not seen any pro teams do yet. The best T side nuke run boost is using the one off of this top blue, where you can go ahead and avoid the CT's outside Molotov, and now you can scale up into main super quick. CT's won't expect this timing. Catch out CT early aggression towards secret crossing by getting boosted on top of this box. When pros throw a smoke wall outside, they can boost on top of T-Red, now their opera can see over the smoke. The same boost is really effective in peeking garage and credit card. CT operas won't be ready for this top peek. Pro teams are starting to use this blue boost again, and they only bring it out when they have a save rifle from the previous round or a hero rifle purchase. This boost allows you to have insane angles to either watch top silo, which that box on top gives you cover from the low ground outside to your left, and then you can switch angles to watch the T-yard area, and now this box gives you cover from the top silo. Both angles are super overpowered because only a bit of your head is showing, so the T's will not notice you up there, and it's not an angle that's commonly pre-cleared, and if the T's throw outside smokes, you can potentially see over the smoke. Also, T's will often try to go outside on anti-eco, so you put your best gun in a favorable position. Nuke door boost on the T side, your opera gets boosted, now they can see over the vent and punish any CTs playing this sweaty angle inside garage. This is the most insane run boost on Nuke, so on CT side, if you and your teammate get on top of credit card, you can actually run boost from top of credit card to top main. This run boost was pulled off in a pro match, and now this CT is going to catch out these T's who will not expect them to be up there. If you want to get up to garage fast, use this run boost. So jumping off the rail on your teammate's head, you can get on top of credit card to where you could jump on top garage now. You skip the step of doing it yourself. Risky play being up here, but high reward. When you take garage control on the T side of Nuke, have your teammate run boost you to get to the other side. The point of this run boost is that CTs towards heaven will not be able to see you cross. Donk was able to avoid being seen from the opera inside heaven. Secret lower boost where you can see if any CTs are playing below the stairs. There's a Nuke upper eco boost where two players get boosted on each side of the rafters. They can see over this wall towards the door and mini side. If you go for the door peek at the beginning of the round and the T's throw the door lurk smoke and you have a teammate nearby, you can actually boost behind the vent to see over the smoke towards door. On T side, if you throw the door lurk smoke and top hot Molotov, you and your teammate can sneak out towards the vent and boost behind the vent to where you could see towards heaven and top hut. Meta boost in CSGO that sometimes you'll see AWPers still use in CS2, where you get boosted inside trophy behind the wall, so your AWPer peeking has an off angle boost. CT's peeking from ramp is not holding this angle. The ramp boost is the most common used boost on Nuke. It's super effective because Ts have to focus on so many angles positions that they forget to check up here. Boosting backdoor behind the red can catch the CTs by surprise. Elbow smokes are sometimes very random on where they land, so here we see that it lands deeper. So what you could do is set up to have a boost inside the corner where you could actually see over the elbow smoke. Coming out of elbow towards mid, Ts can boost behind this wall. Now the top player can see towards window. This boost is hardly used, so CTs will definitely not be clearing you. Pro teams are dominating ancient CT sides using this mid-run boost, which gets your teammates super fast to heaven where they can contest lane control. To do this run boost, the first player will go ahead and go towards the stairs, and then they turn around, then run backwards, and then the top player is simply just going to jump off their head onto the ledge here. If Na'Vi, the best team in the world, does this, so should you. You can self-boost yourself to get across towards this ledge by making this jump, but FaZe missed their instant elbow smoke, which causes the leash deaths. In the current meta, it's very common that you'll see that the pro teams are throwing this Molotov right in front of elbow to prevent any CT aggression to get close up mid, so that's why this run boost is done from the CTs. Strong T-side boost for AWPers is getting boosted on top of this box. Now you can spot long, and if no one peeks, your teammates can run up while you cover long. Now if you're playing on top of the boost and the CT smoke off banana, you could have another teammate get on top of the boost with you. Now you could get boosted and see over that smoke to spot towards B long. You can see B site with this triple boost outside of cave, so get on top of the platform. The top player will usually have an op. Now you're a bird in the sky hawking its prey. If you or the CT smoke cheetah, you could actually boost on this platform to see over the smoke through the gap of the doorway. B long boost from behind the stairs, your AWPer gets boosted and they can see through the doorway as the T is more focused on the banana push and won't be looking up. B banana boost on the CT side using this banana smoke. It's going to give you cover to do so. Ts might think it's a defensive smoke, then you're going to boost behind it to see towards the doorway. When the Ts throw B smokes, you could boost behind the short or long smoke to see over the smokes. You saw boosting on the box earlier on the T side, you could also do it on the CT side to catch the Ts off guard. The cave boost is really strong on the CT side. As long as you have the doorway smoked off, you can go ahead and boost and the top player can see through the gap to watch towards the top banana. Playing on top of the box inside cave is very strong only if your teammate stays right under you. So now when the Ts are peeking you from cheetah, they're peeking into two CTs. A main off angle boost for the AWPer, so the bottom player is going to position and crouch as shown. AWPer jumps on top, then both players will stand up. This counters any CT AWPers holding up close behind boost or big box. Pros often boost each other on A main, and the reason they do this is they can silently do so. Now if you were to self-boost yourself, the Ts can hear you and then they'll know that you're up there. When the Ts smoke off donut and you have a teammate nearby, you can boost to the left of the smoke. Now the top player can see towards heaven. If the CT smoke bridge at the beginning of the round, use this boost to counter, so you're going to have the bottom player look like this, crouch, top player is going to jump up, then both players are going to jump so the bottom player can stand up. Now if you don't see anybody, your teammates can walk through that bridge smoke. Mid run boost on the T side to either rush up mid fast, or you could use this to drop down window into connector to go for the fast peek. Here's another clip of the same run boost, however Na'Vi used it in a different way to get Wonderful down fast down canals in order to peek connector fast, which Wonderful is going to easily catch off donk. There's an insane one-way smoke boost on the CT side of Anubis, so throw the smoke close to you, bridge, then boost behind this wall. You can now see over the smoke and punch any T's peeking or pushing bridge. When T smoke off window, you can actually boost inside of window to see over that smoke to see towards bridge. The CT smoke off camera and Hunter's going to call for the boost. He's able to see over smoke through the window here, which he catches out Halzer, who was not expecting this type of peek. A new meta run boost that CTs are using is when you come out of spawn towards B, you get run boosted to either go peek connector or to peek B main fast. And we see Hunter jump spot, doesn't see anybody, and he pushes up and flanks and gets a nice 2K before falling back. B main boost inside the doorway, so being on top, you're able to see all the way towards the back of the platform. It's usually an op being boosted, and then besides seeing the platform, you're able to peek with an off angle peek. T oppers aren't expecting this peek because they're waiting for the B main push. If the CT smoke off B main, you can get on the platform and boost so the top player can see over the smoke into sight. If T's throw the B main lurk smoke, you can boost on top of this brick here to see over the smoke. This is the most overpowered boost on Anubis B site, so you will boost on top of the pillar here, which Queserato does, gets the opener, then he's going to hide behind the pillar, then he's going to peek at the perfect time, and he's going to get another frag, and then hides, and then re-peeks. This is why you want to hide after making contact. We see Switcher check the position, thinks it's clear. Just make sure you have a teammate watching connector, which Yuri does for Furia. B platform boost to the right of the pillar to watch B main, only your head gets shown, and what's insane about this boost is that T's coming out of connector can't see you until they fully swing out to the left. On the back left corner, B, you could boost behind the wall, so now your head is the only thing that's sticking out and you can go in and out when you want to peek. Insane Heaven boost on the A site. So on this left wall, you're going to get boosted to where you have this small little gap here to spot towards A main. If the T's don't smoke Heaven, they will not see you. When the T's smoke off A main to take control or lurk through, you could boost towards Fountain to see over that smoke to see if they do come through A main. Insane A main boost from 3 max. First smoke off A main, have your teammate boost inside the smoke, make sure you both jump up so you can see over the smoke now. If the CT smoke off A main or you throw the pressure smoke, you could boost on this table to look towards Heaven. This is the most insane angle to watch Pop Dog getting boosted on top of this box to see through the window. Just have your teammate watching main and T-Con. The most insane boost on Train is the CTA site Train boost, where 2 players get boosted by 1 player, so the top player can see all the way towards main over this red train. If you do use this boost, make sure you have a teammate watching Pop Dog. CTs are most likely going to smoke you off main / T-Con, so you could actually boost behind the wall to see over the smoke. Falcons utilize a main boost inside the back right corner to see if any CTs are playing on top of the red train, then they're going to boost to see over the smoke but get punished. Same type of boost works on the CT side. If you get smoked off camera, you can boost behind the wall to see over the camera smoke. If connector is smoked out, you could boost behind this box to see over the smoke and over the box towards A site, and if need be, you could jump on top of the box afterwards. The most used run boost on Train is the Ivy Train run boost, which is a classic run boost back from CSGO that is still used in CS2. It allows your opera to safely cross to the other side, making it hard for any CT opera or scouter holding Ivy. It's a tough shot for them to hit. Team Spirit came up with a new boost inside T Hall, so both players are going to go towards this corner of the edge of the ledge, and now Donk can see all the way towards the back of halls. If the T's are throwing the early upper smoke, then go ahead and have a teammate boost inside the smoke so you can see over it. Vitaly uses his genius run boost. As Robs is throwing this smoke for halls, he's going to land on top of Zywoo's head, then gets run boosted, so now he can push halls very fast. On the CT side, if you take halls control, boost inside window instead of going up the stairs because the T's are going to be holding the stairs. That wraps up the best boosts being used by the pros. Now it's your turn to start abusing them. If this helped, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. I break down pro tips and tricks like this every week, and if you want more dirty plays that pros are pulling off, there's a video right here with setups that you probably missed. Check it out, you'll be dangerous after that one. See you over there.